Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another comic, trade and manga haul. And as you can see this week, I've also got something again from Dimox. And I might start off with that first before I start to move into the stuff that I got at my main LCS. As this weekend at the LCS, we also had a guest by the name of Tom Taylor. And I also got to talk a little bit as to how things are sort of going in regards to a certain a character in Nightwing. When I got something signed there. So moving into first things first. And if you happen to live in Australia, definitely check out Dimox, as they do have a somewhat nice range of manga to get some. There are other places outside of Dimox which you can get manga too. It's just one of the regular bookstores that's visited by quite a lot of people in Melbourne. And moving to, of course, the receipt, and of course the receipt for the LCS. And of course, just a reminder, this is for the third week of May. If I happen to have put this in the wrong place, please let me know so I can at least fix it. So we've got Shuzo Ishimi's Welcome Back Alice to begin with. So I managed to pick up those 4 volumes. And that's all I got through Dimox this weekend. Now to move into the comics and manga that I got at my main LCS. If you happen to live in Australia, definitely check out All Star Comics. Put in that discount code and you'll get 10% off everything you buy on their online store. So jumping into some older story writing of sorts through one of Japan's well-known writers, and that is Naoki Urasawa. I managed to get a hold of volume one of Master Keaton, as I have heard some good things about it. And I can also thank the I Love Comics channel, because they also had a guest who recommended it. We also have Monster, Trojan X Volume 2, Shaman King Flowers Volume 2, and that looks to be the descendant or the offspring of Talren. So it's going to be really interesting as to who this character turns out to be. Is it a male or is it a female? And it's sort of like following the next generation in regards to Shaman King. Of course, we move into the comics that I won't be reading. And some good news, I did get a bit of a replacement for Adventures of John Kent. No, I am not calling him Superman. Even though that it does mention it in the title. Adventures of John Kent is what it is. But that won't be reviewed this week. The review for that should already have gone through, and you should have already seen it. And it's nice to get a replacement copy for the one that had some tears in it. So big thanks to my LCS. Definitely appreciate it. Next is House of Slaughter by James Tinian. Definitely an interesting series outside of Something is Killing the Children. It's nice to read something a little bit different compared to what he's presently been putting out. We also have Stranger Things. And like I mentioned earlier, we did happen to have a guest at the store, and that guest was Tom Taylor. And I might see if I can actually try to find some time to give this free comic book day of Neverlanders a review as well, even with the signature, and then be able to put it away. Moving into trades, we have Rogue Sun Volume 2, Gunslinger Volume 2. This is actually something connected to some local artists in Australia, and it's called Headlock, or Headlocked. And surprisingly, I didn't realize that it was like a part of a small graphic novel volume set. So I'm working on getting the next additional volumes connected to this, and they'll probably turn up in the reviews connected to, say, the bigger books like Master Keaton, because it's unable to sort of fit with the graphic novels that are around the size of Gunslinger. So I'm going to look forward to reading through those. And I have also put some other manga aside for next week's haul, and also finding out patiently what I will be getting in next week's haul. So hopefully by the time this video goes out, you'll already see in the community channel or the community tab as to what comics will be coming out that week. Alright, moving into next thing, and I must admit, these are the comics that I will be reviewing for this week. And I must admit, I was a little bit hesitant about picking up something epic. But I want to thank RDV from the Geeky Puppet Show channel. And he also goes on the I Love Comics channel. And he mentioned that he was sort of interested in picking it up. I decided to check it out, and okay, I'm going to pick up the first 2 issues, see how it goes. I quite like, I've had a quick read through it, just a quick read, and one good thing about this comic, no bloody ads. It's just story right through from the beginning to end, so that's one good thing about it. So I'm looking forward to reviewing that. We also have Little Monsters by Jeff Lemire, as we're up to issue 13. Looking forward to where the story continues with that. And of course, Frank Miller's Pandora. I understand that there are some people in the comics community that don't like it that much, but I have enjoyed it. Is it perfect Frank Miller storytelling? No, but is it fun storytelling? Does it have its own mystery and air to it of sorts? Being honest here, I don't actually like Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, but I do enjoy his Daredevil. I think his Daredevil is better than his Dark Knight. So moving into the next thing, and that is Batman's World's Finest. Then we've got The Flash, 799, 1 issue away from 800. Then we have Superboy, Man of Tomorrow. I must admit, as readers, we were slightly robbed in a way to get a not so good version of a Superboy, care of the imposter John Kent, written, but to get a better written Superboy of sorts in the Superboy Man of Tomorrow. And no, they don't turn him gay. Thank bloody goodness. And of course, we move into Superman. We also have Dawn of DC Titans, and that will probably be reviewed alongside with the Dawn of DC primer. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.